alarms go off when I enter the building.
The top shelf of NBA players all gathered here tonight for the All-Star Game. It's great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony. Freaks checked in.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star Game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, and that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Freak in at shooting guard. Durant is out there with Towns. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Gasol and at the center position. Outside, Wall. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Wall's got 5. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
You're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game.
Westbrook kicks to Freak. Drills it from outside. Freak's got his second basket.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And George, here we go. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Durant, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
James dishes to Irving. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Westbrook passes to Freak. And it's off from three-point range. And here we go. Here's Wall. Here's Irving. Here's Love. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The East All-Stars shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. A big group substitution here for the East. Coleman's checked in for Paul George. Anthony comes in for LeBron. Bradley's checked in for John Wall. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Irving. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Gasol. Griffin comes in for Towns. Leonard, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Pass to Coleman. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And that one's good. Freak.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Anthony up on top. He's covered by Leonard. To the wing right side. Lowry for 3. There's the bucket. Good. Lowry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Lillard kicks to Freak. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
He is on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of it.
Get ready for your East All-Star Game Pass.
And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star Game.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Griffin is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Lillard in at the 1 spot.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, Very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Outside Bradley. Anthony kicks to Lowe. 4 on the shot clock. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Leonard, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Freak with it. Anthony on him. And Freak throws it down.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
The wide open look here for Anthony. Moves back up. Here's Drummond, and finally they hit one. Drummond's got his first basket of the night.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win. And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what the West All-Stars coach was going over with his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thanks, Doris. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Freak's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Outside Durant, here's the 3. That's good. Durant's got 7 points.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Westbrook. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Here's Wall, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique. These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Drummond, there's the killer two-handed slam.
Flush that thing down, young fellas.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Sinks the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 10.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Here's George. The West All-Stars pull it in. Westbrook's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Wall dishes to James. Left side, Wall. Here's Drummond. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. That's now 8 points here for Drummond. Drummond's gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just one miss. And a wide open look for Freak. Off target from three-point range. James right side. Nobody near George. No good off the front iron. And the West All-Stars have possession. Durant in the corner. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Durant's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
On the wing, Irving. Drummond passes to Irving. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Durant kicks to Freak. Towns sets the pick for Freak. Lets it go with a 3. And he gets it to go. Freak's got 37.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the West All-Stars running away with it. And we'll be back for the second half.
Get ready for your East All-Star Game.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second half.
3 players in now for the East.
Substitution.
Bradley with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. We've got Bradley. Also Lowry out there. Okafor out there with Anthony. And it's Coleman in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Let's go. And it's Freak missing. Pushing it up. Shot from free throw range. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. And here's the West with the ball. Here's Freak. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 40 points for Freak.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Bradley can't get it to go. Bradley's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Leonard attacking. And that one's good. Griffin.
Are you kidding? I mean, this is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people are going to remember and talk about from this year's game for sure.
Okafor uses the glass to finish the layup.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Lillard dishes to Freak. It's stolen by Anthony. Now running, there comes Lowry pushing the ball up.
That's the ball.
And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Lowry. Anthony's got his first basket.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Lillard, the pass to Freak. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Lowry has it in the corner. No good on the three. And the West All-Stars have possession. Dishes it to Leonard. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Here is Lowry. Outside Anthony. Back to Lowry. And stolen by Lillard. Here we go, one-on-one. Throws it up high, and Griffin slams it in.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Deflects the pass, and again Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long. And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Here's Bradley. Outside for Lowry. To end the run. And the shot is good. Good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Lowry's got 5.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Here's Freak. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Lowry. Pass to Bradley. Trying his luck deep. Good. 5 points in the game.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
Now, Freak. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Screen by Cousins. Here's Freak. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift.
More levels, more devils. Diesel.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. Freak in a 2-guard. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Harden, and it's Trent in at the point. Kicks it to Freak, lets it go from deep, and that one's good. Freak's got 52 points.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Drummond. Here's the 3. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Drummond. 12 points for John Wall.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Irving drives in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Good game for Irving. He has 8 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout.
Good on the second free throw. And the West All-Stars with possession. Harden kicks to Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good from Freak. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Wall wide open. Offline with his 3. And the West All-Stars have possession. Here's Trent, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Trent.
And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Sirven guarded by Harden. Sirven. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
The West All-Stars with the ball. Harden dishes to Freak. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Freak's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the West All-Stars.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Outside Irving. They get a hand on it.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. James is checked in. Chris Paul, he's checked in for the West. In the corner, Drummond with it. Sirven, and that one is...